See, when we talk scriptures, you need to understand that there are many ways God operates. One of the ways God operates is by principles and covenants. He will not break them. So when we read the Bible, hid in the Bible are the secrets of God. And it is those secrets that deliver our inheritances to us. Many people neglect divine secrets, and they are calling on the Lord day and night, and they are wondering why it's not working. God knows you'll be a businessman. And so 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or even now, he's telling you, go and learn from somewhere. But you say you are a big man. You are walking about deceiving people. You pretend as if you are what you are not. It's your future you are eating. This is the time to put your pride away and go and ask the man who knows, sir, what did you do? What must I do? And then you learn it patiently, so that when the season for your manifestation comes, you'll be ready. That is the key to arise. To arise means you must understand how your seasons work. I have studied my own life. I know how my season works. Every year, if I approach March, a door must open. It's not possible that I come to March and a door does not open. I can show you things that have happened in the last 10 years. I came to understand that something happens for me in the month of March. And so I prepare myself for the month of March. I know when that season comes, I cannot miss the signals of heaven. Because sometimes God comes as a whisper. Sometimes God comes as a signal. Sometimes God comes as a disguise. It is a prepared man that can see that this is what God is doing. And the strength of that, he launches into his season. But if you don't know how seasons work, you may not succeed. There are many people that every 3 years they have a visitation. And the devil knows. And so when that period is approaching, that's when the devil brings people to trouble them. And for 3 weeks they are in anger. Everybody they are striking, or they are keeping malice. Whereas they need to be sensitive. Because the voice of God will come. But the devil knows that they don't know. So the devil brings somebody to offend them, and they are keeping malice with that person. And so they spend the whole day in gossip. They spend the whole day in backbiting. They spend the whole day wishing evil. And the angel that brought their season will come. He will be shouting, they will not hear. And because they don't hear, when the angel goes, they will go back on 90 days fast. They will still not succeed because the window is locked. If you know how seasons work, it will affect your life a great deal. How many farmers do you see traveling for holiday in rainy season? How many farmers do you see traveling on vacation when the rain is about to come? They know that is the season to till the land. If you travel at that time, when you return in dry season, which is harvest, no matter how well you farm, you will never harvest anything, because you have violated the law of season. And so the demand to arise and shine is a demand for discernment. Everyone who wants to shine must pay the price to build discernment. If you don't build discernment, you can never shine. Every season that comes to you, we place a demand on your discernment. And there are 3 things seasons do to a man. If he's discerning, he will pick it. Number 1 is a burden. Seasons comes with burden. When a season begins to come to you, or a new season is about to open, if you are spiritually sensitive, many times you will notice that you start losing certain appetites, and you start inheriting new appetites. Those burdens are designed to position you strategically. Some of us, when a season is approaching, you discover that you start losing the desire just to be around everybody. You are withdrawn. You don't even know why you are withdrawn. You are just withdrawn. There are some of us, when a season is approaching us, it becomes difficult to sleep at night. Although you went to bed 9 a.m., you are rolling on your bed till 2 a.m. You have not slept. And it is consistent for 3 months. You just go and lie down. You can't sleep until 2 a.m. because there is an alarm you must pick by 12. And so what your spirit is doing is that your spirit is being recalibrated to receive what that season is bringing. Those who are not wise, you know what they do? They start watching seasonal movies. So they go and lie down. They start watching a movie. That's their best time of watching movies. And they will watch it till they sleep off. They will watch it till they sleep off. So what God created and engineered in their spirit to prepare them to receive a visitation, they aborted it because they are not spiritually discerning. This is why discernment is too key for anybody who wants to rise up and shine. In Exodus chapter 2, from verse 11 to verse 12, the Bible said when Moses was come of age, something happened. He said Moses suddenly began to lose interest in the palace. That is where Moses had all the pleasures in the world. They bathed him in the morning. They gave him food to eat. He didn't need to do anything. But the season where a prophet should arise was beginning to wake up in the spirit. That awakening began to put a burden on him. And for the first time, we heard that Moses went to see the Israelites. Why would you leave a palace to go and meet people that are under the scorching sun, under pains, koboko, blala, and all kinds of suffering? Because appetites are beginning to change. A burden is beginning to form in his spirit. At this point, he was no longer interested in the pleasures of Egypt. He wanted to see Israel delivered. He didn't know how, but he had lost his peace. And he went out daily. He will look at the way Israel is being punished, and he will lose his peace. Why are they treating my people like this? Why are they treating my people like this? So much so that a point came, the Bible said, Moses slew an Egyptian for touching an Israelite. The question is, what were you doing for the past 40 years? Because the season had not come. When the season came, a burden crystallized in the spirit. There are most of you who are hearing me now. You suddenly have a burden to become generous. You see anybody who is a beggar, you must give something. You want to go to the orphanage. You don't know. You are being manipulated for a season. A season of power is coming. And so what God is doing is to prepare you so that you will qualify to be the candidate that heaven will choose. If you don't attend to the demands of that season, the window will pass, you will not pick it. This is how the realm works. Moses knew, and he followed that burden. Do you know that even though he ran from Egypt, he was servicing that burden for 40 years until God encountered him? See, don't be quick to open your spirit to everything. Anybody gossips you, you start talking. You wake up all of a sudden, and then suddenly all your friends are betraying you. Don't attack, withdraw. Ask yourself, what is going on here? I've been with Peter for 15 years. I've been with Ruth for 10 years. Why are all of them suddenly betrayers in the same season? Something is happening. I refuse to be deceived. I need discernment. And then you start checking in the spirit. Lord, what are you saying that I'm not hearing? And as you press, you will discover that these people are the people the devil is using to distract you. And so even though they are betraying you, you are walking in love. It is no longer about them, it's about your season. And you will stay in love until you catch what God is saying. Burdens, their alarm system. The second thing that every season brings to a man is warfare. When you start approaching a season, you will discover that the demons that walk in that corridor will begin to know that you are coming. And what they will do is that they will fight you out of that realm. The spirit realm is a very legalistic realm and a very treacherous realm. It's men walking on earth that thinks everything is a function of luck and chance. Jesus was 8 days old. They already saw his star and they knew this is a king. 8 days old. He was not related to anybody that looked big. In fact, he was in a manger. And the people that saw his star traveled for months to see him. That means before he was born, they already saw him. And does it not shock you that the people that saw him were not prophets? They were astrologers from the east. They saw the star of a child that was not yet born. And they started traveling months before his death. When they arrived, he was just 8 days old. And when they came, they said, where is the king that was born? We came to worship him. Who told you he's a king? Was he born in a palace? How did you know? You are the only one who don't know that they know men in the spirit. You are the only one who don't know that the stars of men speaks about them much more than their face. How did you know that he was a king? Where did you read it? How did you see it? The prophets didn't know. The Sanhedrin didn't know. Nobody knew. Only witches and wizards knew. And the moment they came, Herod woke up. You know what Herod did? Herod killed every child that was 2 years old. He didn't go for 8 days old children. He didn't go for 1 month old children. He didn't go for 2 months old children. He didn't go for 3 months old children. He went for 2 years so that he will not by any means miss this child. You see the level of buffer that the devil creates to get a man. A child that is 8 days old, the devil will go as far as 2 years, wipe out every child. So when Jesus is celebrating birthday, he's the only one. There's no child of his age in his generation. They wiped out everybody so that no matter how you try, he must be killed. Do you think all your battles just came because you made a mistake? Do you think all your battles just came because men hate you? Battles are indicators in the spirit. There is a language every battle speaks. White men interpret them. There are battles that you fight. It shows you that you are making an error. So you correct your ways and the battle will die. There are battles that you fight. It shows you that your light is shining. The devil has seen you. And so what you will do is that you start applying wisdom. There are battles you fight that is from jealousy. Those type of battles are weak battles. It is human sentiment. You don't waste your time with them. Those are the least kind of battles. When you are fighting battles because of jealousy, it means those are not battles. In fact, if you involve yourself in that battle, it means yourself is not strong. If somebody is envious of you, pray for him, pity him. It means he's not growing. If somebody is angry that you are rising, pity him. It means it's not growing. Those are not battles in the spirit realm. But you see, because most of us are babes, those are the only battles we fight. This person backbited. This person envies me. This person talk. Forget those things. Leave men. We are dealing with spirits. You woke up, all of a sudden, your car broke down. They are attacking you on your job. Your family, somebody is sick. Don't rush. Something is happening in the spirit. Those battles are an alarm system. Go back to your altar. Find out, which signal is this? I need to read what is going on. What is happening here? Did you see the life of Joseph? All of a sudden, his father that loved him, that gave him a coat of many colors, became offended at him because he had a dream. The same period, his brothers threw him into a pit. The same period, they sold him. It's a season waking up. A prince is about to rise. Your battles speak louder than the people who you are hearing. Every battle is a language. Discern it. When you discern it, your life will become a wonder to your generation. Because seasons comes with battle. This is why discernment is a must. There are some battles that come to distract you so that you can't pick signals. There are some battles that come to make you say things that will disqualify you. Did you read about Elijah? When Elijah was supposed to enter the zenith of his ministry, he said, I'm not better than my fathers. God said, really? Go now. The anointing that is on your life is enough for 3 people. Elijah alone carried the anointing of a prophet. He carried the anointing of 2 kings. But Elijah was troubled and he made a statement that he should not have made. Until he made that statement, God was working with him. I'm not better than my fathers. Go and anoint Elisha in your stead. A man is away. God said, go and replace yourself. He didn't know that that battle came. There are some battles that came to only make you say the wrong thing. Lord, I don't believe you are real. You have buried yourself. Oh, Father, I don't care anymore. Lord, kill me. You are not wise. You are about to enter your season. That's why those battles came. And so when battles come, that's not the time to talk. That's the time to check. And so if you must talk what was given to you from light. That's why I say your light has come. Because what you need to say comes, the syllables are in light. The steps you need to take, they are encoded in light. It's as you ascend on your altar that you will read the scrolls of heaven. And so when you come out, when they think you will say, I'm finished, you say, when men are cast down, we are lifted. And then they are wondering, that's not what you are supposed to say. Yes, that's not what I'm supposed to say as a man, but I saw something in light. When I entered into light, I knew that this is not a battle to kill me. This is a battle to awaken me to a new season. And so I will speak the language of the season I'm entering, not the season I'm leaving.